Good evening, everyone. Good evening. You are in for a wonderful treat this evening. So, you are listening to Empowered Women in Business International Radio, and I am your host, Nicole Mosby Taylor, also known as Taylor K on the mic. And we have a wonderful show. Oh my goodness. I'm going to introduce this phenomenal woman who is doing some amazing things in the community, helping children to go to college. First generation students attend college and have money to attend for college. So we have a great show. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy. So I know some of you are saying, well, what is Empowered Women in Business International? So we serve a sisterhood of women entrepreneurs who understand that individually we can do great things, but collectively we can forever change the world. Members of our movement experience a support system that allows them to celebrate their wins and share their struggles in a series of opportunities that enhance them personally and professionally. If that sounds like an organization that you would like to be a part of, visit our website at www.ewbiradio.org. Our quote of the day: the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in a moment of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at the time of challenge and controversy. And that quote is by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I'm going to just read that one more time because that's saying a whole lot. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in a moment of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at the time of challenge and controversy. And that's from Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So we have a phenomenal guest in here today. Before I introduce you, do you want to share anything about the do you want to share anything about that quote? What do you think about that quote? It's pretty powerful, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is definitely powerful. And we have experienced the togetherness and what it takes to help each other through this past 10 months, and it means even more.
Right. Awesome. So what it means to me is that what it means to me is that sometimes we know how to, sometimes when things happen, you just want to adjust your volume. Sometimes when things happen, we get out of character. But if we stay in character, that will show who we really are at, during those trying times. Because during the good times, of course you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
But understanding that, when you're going through something, sometimes, you just take your time, calm down, count to 10, do some of those, journal, listen to some music, whatever you need to do to calm down for that moment and understand that it's going to work out for the good. So whenever that happens, then I think, that'll help to show the character of the person. Because if you're going to get so nasty that people don't want to deal with you ever again, then is that really your character, or is the fake mask of you smiling and.
I think calmness is definitely the key in any situation that's causing trauma in any form. And I think that in normal circumstances, that is absolutely a characteristic that I think I portray. Over these past 10 months, I think that I almost saw another side of me coming out. But I mean, I think that was, of course, due to some other things that were going on in my life as well.
Right.
But I do encourage that as well in adults as well as when I'm working with my students. But I guess after you introduce it to me, I'll talk more about that because they're probably saying, "What students?"
Look, the the teacher already taking the lead.
Right.
So let me, without further ado, I'm trying to get this out. So listen, if you're listening to this, we want you to share this broadcast so that everybody can hear all about Rhonda, the co-founder for Legacy Love, and all that she has to, all that she's doing, so that we can really, just number one, highlight her. But if you feel like it, if you feel moved after hearing this, you might want to go press that donate button on her website. I'm just saying. So Rhonda's love for young people and teaching was inevitable. She was surrounded by a family of educators at grade levels and positions. She was most influenced by her grandmother, who taught second grade for over 30 years, and her mother, who gave her the drive to make it happen. If you want it, make it happen if you want it. Rhonda received her education in Baltimore City public school systems. She is a proud 1986 graduate of none other than, drum roll please, Western High School, which is the oldest all-female public school in the nation. She also received her bachelor's degree in 1990 in psychology from Hampton. You hear her correcting me, the school teacher / assistant principal over there. I know how to read. I just made a mistake. I'm sorry. She said I'm jacking up her bio, y'all. Psychology from Hampton University and a master's degree in special ed from Coppin State University, HBCUs in the house, in 1998. Rhonda has been an educator in Baltimore City Public School for 29 years. She began her career in education by coming home from college each summer and working as a substitute teacher at Frederick Elementary School. This position led her to a full-time special education teaching position in the fall of 1990 after graduating from Hampton. Rhonda's drive to be an advocate for young people led her to a specialist position at the Baltimore City School headquarters in the Office of Special Education Monitoring and Compliance for many years. However, her eagerness to be back in the school setting and interacting with young people led her back to her alma mater, Western High School, as assistant principal, which she was assistant principal for two of my babies.
I had Destiny too.
Okay, all three. Mm-hmm. Okay, all three of my babies. Yeah. This was an honor to be able to share the tradition of the 1980 Western Doves with the 21st century Western Dove. Currently, Rhonda Claiborne is the assistant principal at Vivian T. Thomas Medical Arts Academy, where students learn to be college and career ready with the option of medical certification in areas such as dental assistant, nursing assistant, EMT, pharmacy tech, and sports medicine. Rhonda's nurturing spirit, life experience as an educator and parent has influenced her motivation to organize Legacy Love Incorporated. This labor of love is a shared vision with her daughter, Amber Claiborne. With both being proud graduates of HBCUs and dedicated members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She's laughing, y'all. They have an extraordinary passion for seeing young people excel. Their mutual experience had encouraged them to adopt the motto, Legacy Building Legacy. They believe that we must encourage young people to believe that they can and will build a legacy for themselves and their families. Let's give them some snaps to that. Yes, that's powerful. Since January 2018, Legacy Love Incorporated has given scholarships to first-generation college students, hosted a 2 school uniform drive, 2 winter holiday coat drives, and has been able to speak to over 20 youth groups throughout Maryland to share their message. Legacy Love has also been featured on several radio stations to bring awareness to the need of our 21st century youth. Rhonda is proud of the accomplishment of the organization thus far and looks forward to continuing to bless young people. I don't know the last sentence that got cut off. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay. Continuing to be
Welcome.
to young people. Excellent.
Continuing to be blessings to young people. Wow. Let's give her a round of applause because we all know that this is mentoring month. And this was one of the reasons why I invited Rhonda to our show, because we wanted to be able to highlight the good work that Legacy Love is doing in the community. And I am a proud board member.
Yes, you are.
And I see the work, before it comes to fruition, and you really put in that hard work. And so it's important for us to make sure that we highlight and let people know what the work that you're doing, so people will dig in that pocket a little further. So welcome, Rhonda.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here today.
So your bio, it took some of my questions right on away because it was so thorough. That's the teacher in you.
You asked what you asked me for, right?
Yeah. So we know that your grandmom and your mom played a major part in your decision to go into education, but can you expound on that? Like how does it feel to, walk in their footsteps? Because I'm sure they were legends in their own right.
Oh, absolutely. So actually 2 family members, my grandmom was a teacher. And she continued to be a teacher for her entire career in education. She never left the 2nd grade classroom. So she always instilled in me to make sure, no matter what position that I was in, that I was going to be nurturing to students. So as I decided to kind of move up the ranks in education, it always stuck in my mind that I still wanted to have the connection with young people. So as you read, I was a specialist for a long time at central office, but just wanted to get back with the children so that I could have that one-on-one connection with them and just be able to directly have an influence on them. I do have did have an aunt as well. Her name was my Aunt Celia. She just passed away recently. And she was a huge influence in whether or not I was going to stay in the classroom or move on. And so she was very instrumental in me making the decisions to leave the classroom. But in that, I still needed to make sure that I was able to keep my connection with young people no matter what. So with that said, I have been an assistant principal for many, many years. I have had a lot of different experiences with young people, but I'm very happy when they come back and say, I did this, Ms. Clyburn, because I remember you told me this, or you were inspirational for this, or I'm an AKA because I saw that pink and green in your office and how you carried yourself. And I was determined because you made sure that at lunchtime I sat and read a book rather than howling and screaming across the cafeteria, if you want to be transparent. So, sometimes you never know what little thing really connects with a child, and that child remembers you for that.
Right. So we're going to look at some of the comments because guess what? Some of your students blowing up saying Dove Love and all kinds of things. So let's look at some of our comments because we have a comment from Brandy Nicole, and it says, with young people like me, Destiny Bright, Nico McGowan. So yeah, with young people like me, so those three were some of your students. And they still keep in contact with you till this day.
Absolutely. And actually, they were all seniors the first year I got to Western.
Wow.
And they were on their way out, but the connection was made. The connection was made. They saw something in me, and I absolutely saw something in them to bring them, towards me, and to make sure that I never left contact with them. And there are several. There are so many. I can't name.
No, we don't even want you to because you might be in some trouble.
Yes, absolutely.
It's so many.
And because my phone number is still the same, I still get text and phone calls out of nowhere. And I'm like, what, Brittany? Brittany who? Give me your last name. And they remind me of a story, and I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely remember you. Oh yeah, I remember you.
Yes.
But because of all of those experiences with young people, of course, in 29 years, I've seen so much. And so I had always been thinking of just what could I do? How could I take it to the next level? That nonprofit was just on my mind and just on my spirit for so long. And my daughter, she was away in school. She went to Clark Atlanta. She graduated in 2016. I told Amber when she came back home, we were going to get this off the ground.
Oh, right.
And it took us about a year or so to get everything in order, but we did get it off the ground. We had to, come up with what the criteria would be, what we really wanted to do with Legacy Love. We wanted not only to give scholarships to first generation college students, but we also wanted to mentor. And it's so funny, mentoring was my passion, but when we go out, she definitely, the gravitation towards her and the young people is just immense. And she does an excellent job, I guess because she's younger.
They love it. Let me tell you, I don't even get offended anymore because, I started my nonprofit with Ricken, and then I brought my girls involved, and my girls brought other Western Doves. Oh my goodness, I had a whole team of Western Doves. Right. So then we sent a lot of people to y'all because of that. But like Brandy used to help out. Destiny, Nico, Shauna. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I don't want to leave anybody. Madine. Don't. Yeah. Monet. Oh my goodness, so many of my Western Doves helped out, and that was just that 1 year. But we had others, so it was amazing. But it just warms my heart to see the relationship that you built with these young ladies, because so many people would be like, oh, you graduated, so have a nice life. Right. But you were able to, I see you at their, different things that they celebrations for themselves and their families. You're so supportive of them. That is commendable, and that's why one of the reasons why I do have you on the show today. One of your board members, Miss Bowman, said, Rhonda, is that you? And she said that wasn't making the difference. That's what I wanted to read, making the difference. So, and that's what you're doing in their lives, and that's why they support you so much. That's why they're on here, blowing up the comments for you.
They support Legacy Love as well. Every event, every coat drive, every school uniform drive, the scholarship breakfast, they are there. It's nothing for me to find a student that I've had and just send them a message, an inbox on Facebook or Instagram, and send them the flyer, and they'll send their donation right away. And the thing about Legacy Love is we really don't care how much, $5, $10, it all adds up. We really felt horrible this year not being able to have our scholarship breakfast, because that's how we normally raise our money for our scholarship each year. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, we didn't have it, but we did a Giving Tuesday activity, as well as One day you talked about us on the radio one day, and the donations just started coming in. I wasn't even there. I think I was just online making comments.
God is just so good.
Right, and the all we wanted to do is have 20 people to give $20. No, I'm sorry, 200 people to give $20 so that we could get the money that we needed, even though we didn't have the event. We did not reach that goal, but we did reach a goal set that so that we are able to share a scholarship with one student today.
Yes. So that is awesome. Awesome. We actually have a viewer on who says, nice. I was Miss Fleming's. This is how long ago that was. Miss Fleming's para many years ago when she first started teaching preschool. She said, I'm so proud of her. Congratulations. And her name is Brenda Chelsea Fields. Chesley Fields.
Yes. At Frederick, I was just substituting in a pre-K class. And so she was a pair there. I didn't even have a real job yet. I was just substituting. And that's how people influence you, because she was a little older than me, and she just took on to me as a big sister.
Wow.
And it was just on from there. Love.
Awesome. So if anybody does want to donate to Legacy Love, I think this would be a good time to share how they would do that.
Okay, so we have a website, and it's very easy to make your donations through our website because we do have an upcoming scholarship for the spring for our 2021-2022 students. If you go online, there is a link for you to say directly where you want your scholarship money to go. Your money to go, you can send it to the coat drive, the school uniform drive. There's an option for the scholarship fund, or some folks have decided that they would like to give a donation to the Celia V. Carr Scholarship because she was an educator for many years as well. She is my aunt, who I mentioned earlier, who just passed away last Thursday. And so a lot of people would like to donate for a scholarship in her name. So we are accepting donations for that as well.
Awesome. So tell them now, I'm sure we do have some college bound students listening. What is the criteria to be accepted as one of your scholars for the scholarship?
So the criteria is actually very easy. You just need to be a first generation college student, have at least a 2.5 GPA, and be attending a 4-year college or university.
You know, I think it's so important for you to set that GPA at that 2.5. Mm-hmm. And I say that not to undercut the people who are, managing to make that 4.0. Mm-hmm. But we have so many young people that work so hard for that 2.5. Right. And there's not too many scholarships around, when they look and search, there's not too many scholarships around for them. So that's amazing in itself. Yeah.
I was definitely one of those students. I'm also a first generation college student, though my grandmother did get her degree. My mom and my dad did not. However, they were both major influences to make sure that I did what I was supposed to do. Oh, right. And so my mother reminds me all the time of the 3 jobs that she worked in, how much she prayed and how much she fussed. I think I stopped getting beaten by that, but she was not playing with me when it came to education. And so I'm super blessed by everyone who influenced me to get to the point I am today.
Ms. Bowman says, do they need to be a Baltimore City resident in order to get the scholarship?
No, we are giving the scholarship to Baltimore City and county students.
Okay, awesome. Students. So she said, can they live in Georgia? So no, that answer would be no.
Ms. Bowman, who is my board member as well.
Yes.
Always reaching, trying to stretch the rules.
Yes. Well, she loves the babies too.
Right, no matter where.
Yes. And she probably has some students in Georgia. So Dondra says, good evening, everyone. We just want to look at some of our comments because we see you all on here. I thought I saw one from, we see you guys. Barbara Moore says, yes, we must take care of our babies. And she has a phenomenal program as well. Can't keep my eyes closed or open. Can't keep my eyes open. No, can't keep my eyes. Which one makes more sense? Miss Barbara, put the name of your organization down there for us, please. I'm having one of those a senior brain.
Moment.
Yes. Senior moment today. Nakia says, yes, that's so true, Nicole. And so thank you guys for participating. Miss Bowman said my cousin wants to come to Morgan State. Oh, and they live in Georgia.
So we hope to really expand, but in order to just keep the criteria pretty simple right now, we just want to go with Baltimore City and Baltimore County public school students, but I'm sure big things are coming for Legacy Love. We may even have chapters all over in the future. So
all right now.
I just see big things to come for Legacy Love.
Yes.
We have a lot of love and support. As I said, even through the pandemic and we weren't able to have all of the events we wanted, we were really nervous about the coat drive, and of course we didn't need the school uniform drive because nobody was wearing uniforms. People were still very supportive, and I'm just extremely thankful and extremely blessed for everyone who has helped along the way. I'm, of course, in several organizations, know so many people, but no matter what or who, everybody has been supportive.
Awesome.
I'm a member of course, Empowered Women in Business International, and my sisters have been so supportive. Even when they, for example, paid to be vendors at the event, they were like, no, keep the money for the kids, even though you're not having the event. And I'm just thankful. And even my friends outside who were vendors, planning to be vendors, they did the same thing. My members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated have just been a blessing. I'm a member of Twinks Social and Civic Club. I've probably been a member of Twinks as long as I've been in AKA, almost 30 years. So those I call all of them my big sisters, and they have been just a phenomenal influence on my life over the years.
Wow.
A lot of the decisions that I have made just throughout life have come from me watching those ladies as I've gotten older.
That's, it's important for us to align ourselves with people like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's good that, some people say, oh my goodness, I can't do another organization, but sometimes each organization pours into you in a different way.
Yeah.
And with that different way, it helps you to mold you and to help you to be the person that you are today.
Yeah,
so, which I must say is a phenomenal woman.
Thank you.
So, so Nakia says, so Howard County is out too.
Oh my God, Nakia, I love you, but yes, Howard County is out right now.
Her son is about to go to school. Our nephew is about to go to school. Yeah. Nicole Bennett Jones, another EWBI sister, said, awesome ladies. And Anita Phillips, another EWBI sister, said, love this, Rhonda.
Thank you.
And Nakia said, that's awesome, Rhonda, sis. So thank you guys for tuning in. Janine says, another EWBI sister, she says, yes, strong sisterhood is important. Yes. And it sounds like you have it all the way around.
Well, yes, and I'm just extremely blessed. But a lot of people think it's okay, and it may be for somebody. I'm the only child. My mother was the only child. My father was the only child, and it's so funny. I have, so many aunties and uncles and that kind of thing. But everybody has touched my life in some way. Mm-hmm. Though I'm an only child, we have a very small, close-knit family. But everything that I was able to get from somebody else, I hold it close to my heart. I don't, I let things pour into me, but I know where to put them in perspective, right?
Right.
I know what's good for me. I believe so. I know what's good for me and what's not. So I really appreciate anybody and everybody who pours into me.
Awesome. So that is amazing. You guys are going to be able to see today a young man get a scholarship, and we'll announce him after our break. So before our break, I just want to announce that we are asking for your support of our EWBI sister, Nicole Jones. She is having a contest. She entered a contest with a company that she's affiliated with, Rain on Me. You only need to make a purchase of $6 or more. Share what you will do with the prize of $1,000 and your receipt, and that's it. And you, once you enter into that contest, I believe they have 10 prizes of $1,000, and all you have to do is make a purchase. Now that purchase of she sells they sell sanitary napkins, and those are chemical free sanitary napkins. So not only are you entering to win $1,000, but you're going to bless your bodies, or your significant others or your daughters with something that's healthier for them. So it's simple, and you could be a winner of $1,000. So just to make a purchase, just go to www.ladyjjewelpads.com. And Nicole, I think I saw you on here. If you want to enter that into the comment section, www.ladyjjewelpads.com. So we're going to keep it locked right here on Empowered Women in Business International Radio. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, you want to turn down your volume? So we have in the studio with us none other than Miss Rhonda Clyburn and now Keith Jackson. And Keith Jackson is a freshman at McDaniel College. So welcome, Keith. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
So tell us, what does it feel like to be a first generation student going to college?
Well, first off, it's a lot of pressure. That's definitely one thing I notice a lot. Main thing that I noticed with being a first generation student is the amount of the fact that you're trying to influence other people in your household or your other families to go to college, and trying to influence them to let them know like it's okay to go to college and try to be successful, but
Take
sometimes
that,
it's
take
kinda
that
hard.
try out of there.
Because you
Yes.
will be.
Yes, because we have to speak it into existence, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right now. So you will be successful. So you're going to show them, you want to be the example for your family.
Yes, ma'am.
That is amazing. So tell us, what is your major?
I want to major in computer science.
You said, what was that statement?
Computer science.
You will be majoring in
Yes.
computer science.
Yes, ma'am.
Not you want to be. You will be majoring in computer
Yes,
science.
I
There
will.
we go. Okay, we speak it. We gotta speak life. The words that we speak come to existence.
Yes.
So if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. Period. What they say, period with the T on the end of it.
Right.
All right. So I'm going to turn this over to Rhonda.
Mhm. I would just like to add there that even through this entire process of you being a student at McDaniel for the next 4 years, it's okay to make mistakes. Be your authentic self
Yes.
right on the campus of McDaniel College, right?
Yes, ma'am.
People will appreciate you for being who you are. You will be appreciated by your family for being who you are and still being able to accomplish any and everything that you set out to do. It's okay if maybe you might even get a C instead of that A that you wanted, right? You persevere, in which I hear that characteristic just represents you fully. Perseverance. So you persevere through it and you do what you have to do and you'll be just fine. But be authentic, be yourself, enjoy the experience of being a college student on a college campus once you get there. Sorry, but it really is an experience like no other once you step foot on that ground, right, on that campus. But enjoy the time that you have as a student, and let everybody else see that it's not that hard. It's not hard at all. It just takes some organizational skills. Um, and it takes for you to just keep the right mindset through it all. If it takes you an extra semester, just keep pushing,
Mm-hmm.
keep pushing. But I hear you're really, really smart, so I don't think it's going to take you, unless you change your major now, it might, but I think you'll be just fine.
You think?
I know, I'm sorry. I know you will be just fine. Taylor K, I'm going to tell you all, is known for pushing all of us. And I do mean all of us in every way, shape, and form. She pushes us. I mean, through this whole entire pandemic, and Legacy Love was just kind of dormant for a minute while some other things were going on in my life. She would give me a call, check on me, of course, in the other areas. We'd be like, well, what we going to do with Legacy Love? I don't care if you got $500. Just give that as a book scholarship and keep it moving. And then we finally were able to raise enough money to get a bit more. So thank you, Nicole, for just that push and just for praying, because you do that well too. You do that well too. And we appreciate all that you do for all of us as empowered women in business, international sisters. anybody who is interested in a wonderful sisterhood of entrepreneurs and businesswomen and women who have organizations, please check out Empowered Women in Business International. We support each other. We love each other. It doesn't matter what your goal is or what your business is. For example, I have a nonprofit, but somebody else sells jewelry. Somebody else sells pillows. Somebody sells, you heard her earlier, sells sanitary napkins.
A little bit of everything.
Everything, right? So a little bit of everything.
Little Goldie apple cider vinegar.
Yes, weight loss stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have people that sell everything, and we even have someone that has, and her name is sliding by me, but I love her dearly, that has the cleaning business that will come and whip out your whole house in no time.
Yes.
Right. And she helped you do the clean streets.
Yes, Lydia Stokes.
Yes.
Stokes.
Ooh.
I had to think about who you were talking about. Yes, Stokes Multi something, but yes. She will, yes, because she did help me clean out my basement. Matter of fact, I think I need her to come back again.
Wow.
Yes, so we do have somebody to do a little bit of everything. Well, thank you for that. That's what sisters are for.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, it's just true. It's just true. It's no fluff about that. It really is. It's just true.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So, are you ready for the moment?
So, Keith is a proud graduate of City College in 2020. He was a COVID graduate. I mean, it was so many names on T-shirts during that time. I survived, and you did. You survived. You made it through. It was no doubt about it. Your counselor, Miss Autumn Anderson, she recommended you for this scholarship. She spoke very highly of you. And all she kept saying is his perseverance just impressed me. He was very serious about being a student at City. She said you didn't even start at City. Freshman year, you went somewhere else.
She's tuned in. She said City forever.
Oh, okay. She said you started off somewhere else, and you wrote letters. You made phone calls.
Yes.
To get into City High School because you knew that's where you needed to be. And that almost put me in tears when she was telling me that story. And so that means a lot. So I'm absolutely positive you will do well. One thing about Legacy Love is once we give you the scholarship, we try to keep in touch. Well, we keep in touch with you, right? So this may not be the end financially for the connection with Legacy Love and yourself. You just continuously keep in touch with us, and we'll continuously keep in touch with you. It may be something as small as a care basket. It may be a book scholarship. Our goal is to just continue our connection with our students. And you may graduate and then want to come and be part of our mentoring program and mentor young people. And you just never know where this leads. Like I said, Legacy Love might be nationwide. We might have Legacy Love down there in McDaniel, by McDaniel, in that area of town. So you just never know. But today,
it's right behind you.
It's behind me? Okay. I would like to present you with, this isn't the real check, but this check, we don't need to be. For $1,000. Am I in the right place?
Yep. Well, if you move over, they can see it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So that's like perfect, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
$1,000 scholarship from Legacy Love. And so, with that said, we just want you to be great. We want you to be great. And so I know that $1,000 might not be a lot compared to probably 20 or 30 that you owe, but I hope this will make some type of difference for you. And as I said, this is not the end of our connection with Legacy Love and Mr. Perseverance himself.
All right. Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're going to take a picture. Can you take a picture while we're on the radio?
Okay.
Thank you. We'll take more though. Everybody
Yes.
knows I love a picture, so we will definitely take more.
That's she. She. You get that from your students.
I'm not gonna blame them for that.
So everybody is saying congratulations, Nico, Destiny, Janine, Anita said whoop whoop. Miss Carr said congratulations. Deborah says that's beautiful. So that is amazing. I'm just so thankful that we were able to, be able to still bless him with a scholarship because
Through it all.
Yes.
Through it all. We were determined. And so we do realize it is 2021, but as long as we got in a scholarship for the 2021 school year, our hearts are happy.
And we didn't do it alone. We came together to make that difference. So it's just so amazing, so heartwarming. So we're going to shift the conversation just a little bit because we understand what's going on the day and time right now, and we want to get your feedback too, Keith. So feel free to answer. Everybody who knows me knows I like to put people in the spot. I'm sorry. I would just apologize ahead of time. So I did want to talk a little bit about a good friend of mine who was murdered this weekend, Dante Tata Barksdale. He worked with Safe Streets and he worked directly with the health department. And, I think the thing that really stuck with me is that he, helped so many other people not lose their lives to gun violence. And he lost his to gun violence. And to top it off, it was on Martin Luther King Jr.'s weekend.
Yeah.
And when I read that quote, I thought about him because they had a vigil for him yesterday. And at the vigil, they said so many moving things. But one of the young men said, if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I would be. Like, he gave me the opportunity to, he taught me about, making goals for myself, setting goals and achieving them, and he said that, he was truly a mentor to him. And that just really spoke volumes. So, salute to my dear friend. We went to college together. Dante Tata Barksdale. You are gone and will truly be missed. He would come and speak to my young men, and they would like sit there and you could hear a pin drop because they would be so amazed at his story and how, he took his mistake and he didn't allow it to continue to identify him. However, he went and made a future for himself. And now the city was lit up orange for him yesterday. How amazing. What a testament to his life. I think it was about 800 to 900 people on the vigil last night. So it's just amazing. So I just wanted to get your feedback a little bit, Keith, as it relates to what's going on in the world with these murders and, and all that young people have to go through, especially you being a young Black male in America right now.
Main thing, rest in peace. I'm sorry to hear about this. Growing up Black, especially in Baltimore, not knowing when you might actually get shot by even your friends, really, it puts a lot of nerves on a lot of people because you really never know when your time might go. So, for me, growing up, it's definitely a hard journey, walking through the streets and just trying to be able to go to the corner store and not thinking that something might happen. And it's definitely sad that growing up we had to endorse this type of behavior from our own fellow companions. So yeah, it's definitely sad that we had to experience this.
It definitely is. So for all of the other young men like yourself who maybe haven't made it to college yet, who are dealing with being a Black male in America? What encouraging words would you give to them?
One thing I would definitely say is follow your heart. Don't listen to the negativity. Listen to the positivity. You know, if you feel like you need help, reach out for mentors. Reach out for people that will actually help you and not bring negativity to your life, because we're going through like the rough times of our life right now, a pandemic, and having to worry about being shot. So one thing for sure, I would definitely advise anybody, not just Black young men, also Black young women, to seek out for help if you need it. It's a rough time right now. So yes.
That's great advice. That's great advice. Did you want to add anything, Rhonda?
The piece about seeking help is extremely important. And help doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad individual or that you're a crazy individual. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to, somebody that has had an experience or can, give you some type of guidance. Or sometimes you just need somebody to listen.
Mm.
You need to kind of get it out. And through these past 10 months, I have had lots of friends who I've just had to just sit and talk to because I just needed to get it out. Not that I wanted to hurt anybody, but sometimes that's all people need. But some people end up lashing out because they need to get it out some kind of way, right? So it's important to just be able to sit down and just talk and listen to people who have had experiences. For example, the gentleman Dante, he had plenty of experiences, so he tried to encourage others so that they wouldn't have to go down the road that he did. And I'm sure some listened and some didn't, but at least he knew that he did his part, and that was important.
Yes. So I know that he can rest well, knowing I did what I was supposed to do. Wow. So that is, thank you so much for coming in today. Your grandmother is so excited. She said, "That's my grandson."
Yeah.
So that is so awesome. I love to see that. I love to see family support. And you're so right. You're correct. There is someone there, whether it's a teacher, a mentor, reach out to someone. You can reach out to our organization. You can reach out to Legacy Love. There's so many different organizations, just depending on what you're looking for. I had one of my young ladies, my mentees, reach out to me recently, and she said, you really helped to give me the confidence when I was, when I really needed it while I was in high school. She said, and now that I'm in college, I think I need your help some more. Yeah. Well, I'm like, okay, sure, So, so it's so important for us to, connect to other people. So maybe you never know. Maybe somebody will reach out to you after hearing this and say, "Will you be my mentor?" Or maybe you will come back to Rhonda's program and help to be that mentor. So that might be something that you want to think about. Awesome. Anita says, "Smart young man. He did a good job speaking."
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Anita.
So if anybody would like to get in contact with Legacy Love in regards to scholarships, mentoring, what have you, our website is www.legacylove.net. Again, it's www.legacylove.net. And there is an option for you to leave us a message, or you can email us at support@legacylove.net. You can reach us either way.
Awesome. So thank you both for coming on the show today. As you can see, we didn't get to talk about the inauguration, but Rhonda is an AKA, and she has on her pink and green and her pearls. And I am a Zeta, and I have on my blue, and I have on my pearls, because we are getting ready for tomorrow. So Don't forget to wear your pearls. If you need pearls, go visit our website, www.EWBI Radio.org. I have some amazing jewelry distributors, Nakia, Elder Tamara, and I think I'm missing
Olivia.
one. No,
What she said? Oh no.
no, she do hair.
I'm sorry.
And she Texas.
Oh,
She
yeah,
get us
yeah,
right
sorry.
without Texas.
Sorry.
But
It's all
we
right.
have some amazing, check it out. Go to our members directory and you can see what a little bit about everybody and what they have to offer.
Yeah.
So next week we have Joe Gamble with Joe Gamble Foundation and Melvin Willingham from Making of a Man. They'll be in the building talking about their mentoring programs. So don't make sure that you tune in next Tuesday right here at 7:00. Visit EWBI website, www.ewbiradio.org. Check out our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram. If you're looking for a service and or project, check out our online member directory. And so don't forget to visit our website again, www.ewbiradio.org. Tune in every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on EWBI Radio and Elevate Your Life radio station. Individually, we can do great things, but collectively, we can forever change the world. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you right here at 7:00 next Tuesday.
Thank you for having me.